Hey, this is Strongstorm with World of Warcraft Big News Episode 1. I don't plan to do this weekly, just when there's good news to report. This week there was a lot of announcements having to do with 4.3, an interview with Ghostcrawler, and the Firelands change. I'll also talk about the tier set previews. In the interview with Ghostcrawler, the first thing they talked about was the deafening raid, and the big points about that was to note that there's going to be 8 bosses. He only drops weapons, and you're no longer going to be allowed to buy tier with valor points, which is a big change that's going to affect a lot of the casuals, I think, and that there's also going to be a mount reward for killing him. In the interview with Ghostcrawler, he also talked about the new 5-man heroics that are going to be implemented into the Caverns of Time. He told us that the first one was going to be called End Time, where you would be able to find out what would happen if Deathwing won. The second is Well of Eternity, where you deal with the War of the Ancients and help Thrall recover the Dragon Soul. And the third one is going to be called the Hour of Twilight, where you're going to be escorting Thrall to Wormrest Temple, where the final battle against Deathwing will take place. We also found out a little bit more about the Looking for Raid system. We found out that it probably will not share a lockout with normal and heroic raids, and that the Looking for Raid gear will be stronger than the new 5-man heroics but weaker than the normal raids. We also found out that there will be a raid-wide melee buff for the tier 13 content to try and help the melee keep up with range. We also found that epic gems will drop in the new normal and heroic difficulties, but are going to be semi-rare. So far we have a sneak peek at the new Warlock, Mage, Druid, Warrior, and Shaman tier sets that all look pretty amazing. I think the Shaman looks the best by far. That's about it for this big news. Just want to remind you guys that Firelands is getting nerfed this week. So if you haven't been able to get in there, you should be able to get in there now.